Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. I'm on a little earlier today because I'm going to go ahead and give you March transits. We have a lot of astrology going on in the sky this month, and I know that you guys are already seeing it and feeling it. So I'll be going by sign, and if you don't know your sidereal sign, please consult my free Vedic calculator on my site, astrologicaltarot.com. The link is in the description, so you can just click on that free chart calculator. Now, let's talk about the beginning of March because we've already hit that. It begins with a Mercury retrograde in Aquarius near Rahu. Now, Rahu is the North Node who causes eclipses. We just had one on February 17th. And oh boy, are we feeling it. So this can bring more collective confusion. The narrative can be distorted, overactivation of our nervous systems. And know that Rahu and Ketu, they remain in Vargotama until March 29th. What does that translate to? Karmic events are going to be really intense, especially as we go into the eclipse tomorrow. So March 1st, Venus entered Pisces, where Venus is exalted, very good, but Venus is going to be with Saturn. So and I'll mention what that translates to. On March 3rd, that's tomorrow, we have a total lunar eclipse in Leo that takes place in Purva Falguni Nakshatra, and the height of that eclipse is going to be at 6:37 a.m. Eastern. Then on March 4th, we celebrate Holi. On March 11th, Jupiter is going to turn direct in Gemini. On March 13th, Mars is conjunct Rahu in Aquarius. Now on March 19th, we have a new moon in Pisces. And on that same day, we start Chitra Navaratri, which begins, again, March 19th. So that's a really beautiful celebration to take advantage of. So I did find a quote from one of my favorite gurus, Swami Sivananda, and I think this quote can help us through the month of March. It's adapt, adjust, accommodate. This is the highest yoga. So keep that in mind as I go through some of the events and transits that we have coming up. Now, right now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. There's some serious tension going on in the Middle East, and that mirrors some of the eclipse energy that we've been talking about. News reports say that a lot of the shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz it's a very narrow waterway, and it carries a large portion of the world's oil. So that's been disrupted. And that was after the recent military escalations involving Iran, the US, and Israel. Now, when oil can't freely move through a passage, then prices are going to rise. And higher oil prices are going to affect absolutely everything from gas, food, transportation, shipping. It all uses gas, right? So that means inflation pressure and economic strain around the world. Now, this isn't just about oil. When a country controls a key global checkpoint, or even choke point, I would call it, like the Strait of Hormuz, it gains major political leverage. So in times of crisis, that leverage can strengthen centralized authority, expand a lot of military influence. I think like 16 countries are involved at this point, and justify tighter controls in the name of security. So historically, economic disruptions like this often lead governments to increase their executive power to stabilize conditions. And with that theme, there could be a crisis leading to even more consolidation than what we've already seen in the executive branch, especially in Los Estados Unidos, the United States. So this is much aligned with what we're seeing astrologically this year with the eclipses in Aquarius, which represents, the collective, trade, technology, speech, and then Leo, kings. That's the axis that we're dealing with. So I told you all to pay very close attention to the news after the February 17th eclipse, because when it comes to solar eclipses specifically, I've taught this for years, they reveal what's already been in motion. They reveal secrets, things going on behind the scenes that are going to come to fruition. I told you guys about Project 2025 in April 2024. That's why we're in Mexico. It's already happened, okay? So just after this solar eclipse, which fell directly on my moon, policy frameworks widely referred to the Heritage Foundation's Project 2026 was brought to light. So we have a new chapter. America's future is very much like, I don't know if you guys read Robert Heinlein at all, but he wrote a book called Revolt in 2100. I suggest looking it up. So I'll give you guys the framework for this and what you guys can expect moving forward in the United States. So Project 2026 outlines the framework that critics and advocacy groups describe as a significant rollback in women's rights, especially in the United States. And this agenda focuses on restoring the nuclear family. I'm going to be quoting this text a lot, okay? And this is through federal policy, which has direct implications for reproductive autonomy, economic independence, and legal protections for women. So the agenda seeks to establish a national framework for controlling reproductive health. And the proposals include a national abortion ban, and it's called the Heartbeat Protection Act, and the use of the Comstock Act, which is from a million years ago. And it's the criminalization and mailing of birth control pills. And it's also a plan that will limit or remove access to contraception and technologies like IVF, suggesting that, quote, embryos should be protected regarding fertilization. So the plan will increase a lot of surveillance on women because the federal government will start creating mandates in states to report on women's cycles, any abortions that take place, miscarriages, stillborns, stillbirths, etc. So women are going to be much more closely monitored under Project 2026. So this plan also explicitly prioritizes the traditional family model. They bring that up quite a bit, consisting of a married, biological mother and father, not husband and wife, man and woman, mother and father. They want people having children. And to incentivize marriage, they plan to implement the home care equalization credit. And that provides financial benefits specifically to married coupled families with a single breadwinner. Expect that this is going to subsidize the stay-at-home motherhood. So if I sound like Margaret Atwood, I apologize, but this proposal does aim to eliminate no-fault divorce, which would make it significantly more difficult or illegal for women to leave abusive or unhappy marriages. There is also an early marriage focus. So the agenda suggests that the education policy should not coax teenage girls to delay marriage for, quote, needless credentials, implying a shift away from encouraging higher education and careers for women in totality. Okay, so it also is going to make changes to federal regulation that aims to weaken women's position in the workforce. Discrimination protections will be replaced by redefining gender in Title VIII and Title IX, influencing employment decisions based on traditional gender roles. Safety net reductions are also going to occur in the form of planned cuts to Medicaid, child care subsidies, and workplace enforcement, but will have a greater impact on women as primary caregivers. They're also going to completely eliminate DEI, that's dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion programs to remove frameworks currently used in gender-based pay gaps and promotion disparities. And this is the educational and global impact. Title IX rollbacks. The agenda aims to remove protections for survivals of sexual assault. And LGBTQ plus students from campuses, especially college campuses. They are going to reinforce a global gag rule that would cut off the US from any funding from international organizations that provide or even discuss abortion or gender ideology. These are all quotes. Okay, so let's just take a breath. I know when I reported on Roe v. Wade, when I reported on Project 2025, when I reported on COVID, these were not happy things, okay? But I'm arming you. I'm telling you what's coming again. This one was on my moon, so it hit a little close to home. It's hard for me to deliver news like this, especially astrologically, but after the solar eclipse, this is what came out. And it's coming, okay? Now, Venus is exalted in Pisces right now, and it's conjunct Saturn and Neptune this month. Now, women need to understand what this means symbolically. When Venus is exalted, femininity is elevated in all its beautiful forms. But with Saturn conjunct, femininity is regulated. With Neptune conjunct, the feminine, divine feminine is corrupted by fantasies and rose-colored thinking. Make sure you're thinking realistically moving forward, okay? This means that women must understand the environment that they are operating in. This is not just, some random statement I'm making. This is astrology. It's actual science in the sky, okay? As Swami Sivananda said, an ounce of practice is better than tons of theory. So if you haven't already, let's put these things into practice. This is how you're going to empower yourselves, okay? Take control of your future as a female. This entails financial literacy and independence, skill preservation, community building, spiritual grounding, taking back any and all autonomy you have given away under the guise of social pressure. This is Saturn-Venus maturity. And the eclipses that we're going through these next couple, on the 17th and then again tomorrow, they're asking you, is your choice coming from a place of empowerment or dependent on an external controlling patriarchy? So this month is not about panic. It's about discernment, and it's time for women to wake up. Okay? So the next event we have Mars conjunct Rahu on March 13th. We can expect rhetoric around these issues to intensify and come out in the news cycles. A lot of ideological battles will go from online and into legislative arenas. Aquarius rules networking, lawmaking coalitions, and it's also the house of speech. Now, this is what's really beautiful. We have Chitra Navaratri on March 19th. That's when, while these institutions are organizing, the divine feminine rises during this time. And Navaratri reminds us that Goddess Durga, here she is, she doesn't ask for permission. She restores balance. Swami Sivananda taught strength is life, weakness is death. You see all of these things she's holding in her hands, those are all of the Shaktis or blessings and weapons of the gods, all in one woman, okay? So if policy shifts to emphasize this toxic authority that we see coming, women must emphasize their divine feminine strength, spiritual strength, financial strength, psychological strength, okay? So that's the secret. I'm still doing research on it. I'll let you guys know when I find out more, but I hope that was helpful. Now, I just want to say hello to everyone in the audience and to let you know that if you click on the Vedic calculator, I am going to go by sign, Aries through Pisces for the month of March. So if you don't know what your sidereal signs are, you can go ahead and click on that calculator, and this is by ascendant, sun, and moon. If you don't have your birth time, you can go by sun and moon, okay? So let's start with Aries, ascendant, suns, and moons. The Leo eclipse activates your 5th house. This is when a lot of romantic patterns are going to be revealed. Old flames or creative collaborators may resurface. And Venus is exalted in your 12th. So that suggests a lot of hidden emotions that are going to be resurfacing. So be compassionate and not naive. When it comes to your career and money, dear Aries, Mars is conjunct Rahu in your 11th house, and that can bring explosive gains, conflicts within networks. So avoid ego battles with powerful friends or patrons, but realize this is the time for gains, so that's a good thing. When it comes to your health and wellness, sleep disruption during this time is likely. So overstimulation from social media is draining you, so take a digital break. And then one of the best mantras that you can do, dear Aries, is you can chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya during the eclipse days. And you can also donate to children's causes to balance that 5th house karma and do any kind of creative work as well. Now, for Taurus, ascendants, suns, and moons. When it comes to love and relationships, the eclipse hits that 4th house energy. That's family secrets, Emotional imbalances can resurface. Venus is exalted in your 11th, and that can bring supportive friends, so you can reach out to them. When it comes to career and money, dear Taurus, Saturn and Venus will test your long-term professional stability. So solidify your foundations rather than chasing glamour or anything fast. Time to take it slow. When it comes to health, watch your chest, your heart, any kind of emotional digestion may need your attention. That's what I'm focusing on. And then a remedy is you can wear white on Fridays and practice forgiveness meditation, because there might be a few people that you're going to have to forgive this month when you find some things out. Now, for Gemini ascendants, suns, and moons, for love, communication is everything this month. Mercury retrograde in your 9th is going to bring a lot of ideological clashes in your partnerships. So just be aware of that. Your career, Jupiter is in your 1st, turning direct on March 11th. Now, this is really powerful. Your confidence is going to return. Teaching, writing, publishing opportunities are going to reopen. The doors are going to open after the 11th for you, Gemini. And then as far as your health, you may feel that your nervous system is a bit overloaded. So reduce caffeine, practice breathing exercises. And one thing that I recommend is reading one passage from one of your favorite spiritual books. I love Swami Sivananda. This is the Bhagavad Gita. It's his rendition. It's excellent because study of religious texts, that stabilizes Mercury, any kind of intellectual, spiritual study. Okay, so now let's get to Cancer, ascendants, suns, and moons. When it comes to love, the eclipse affects your 2nd house. So you'll want to beware of harsh words because those can damage your bonds. Speak very carefully, right before you think before you speak. Okay, watch that speech. Also watch what you eat because it rules food. When it comes to money, financial restructuring is very likely for you this month. So avoid any risky speculation and wait until this, this energy passes over. When it comes to your health, focus on your throat and your thyroid. They might need a little bit of support. So just making sure that you're keeping an eye on those things and seeking any medical attention if you notice anything off. And one of the best remedies that you can do, and this goes for everyone in the audience, especially during the eclipses, is the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra. And I will go ahead and say it for you. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormushiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormushiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormushiyamamritat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Whew. Okay, so that brings us to lovely Leo ascendants, suns, and moons. This eclipse is on you. It's right on top of my Venus. So we can expect a lot of identity shifts, relationships that are either going to deepen or dissolve. When it comes to career, Ketu is in your 1st house, if this is your ascendant, or first from your moon or sun. This is going to create a detachment of ego, but that's going to improve your leadership skills. When it comes to health, especially if your ascendant is here, energy can fluctuate really wildly. So one of the best remedies that you can do if you're able is to do sun salutations at sunrise. It's one of my favorite things to do. And you can also offer water to the sun as well. Now let's get to Virgo, ascendant, suns, and moons. And again, if you don't have your Vedic chart in front of you, I have a free calculator on my site. Link is in the description, astrologicaltarot.com. So Virgo ascendants, suns, moons, love, hidden karmic ties can resurface this month. So you may need to practice a little bit of solitude, go into hermit mode. When it comes to career, the Mars-Rahu conjunction, it's on Agarak Yoga, it's in your 6th house. That brings workplace conflict, hidden enemies at work, drama. Avoid gossip, stay out of the stuff, okay? When it comes to your health, gut sensitivity can increase during this time. So one remedy that you can do is you can fast lightly on Mondays. You can do a meatless Monday, grainless, just drink water, depending on where your health is at. Okay, dear Virgo? Now let's get to Libra, ascendant, suns, and moons for love. Friends may become lovers for you this month, or reveal some jealousy. So be very discerning in this area because it can bring a little drama. For your career, Venus is exalted in your sixth, and that can bring workplace diplomacy. When it comes to your health, your hormonal balance might need a little bit of attention. So pay attention to that. And a remedy is you can chant Shukra's mantra on Fridays, and I'll go ahead and give you his Bij mantra. Om Dram Dream Dram Sa Shukraya Namaha. And you can do that 108 times via a mala. You can also offer white flowers to your altar. Now for Scorpio, ascendants, suns, and moons. When it comes to love, authority issues can rise up in your partnership. So try to soften your control a little bit. Take a step back, take a breath. When it comes to career, the Ur eclipse is hitting the 10th house. So your public reputation can transform at this time, and something is going to be revealed. It's going to be kind of a secret. So just be prepared for that. When it comes to health, you might have some back or spinal tension. So maybe doing some yoga can help with that, especially any exercises that involve twisting. A good remedy is you can practice humility intentionally, but don't get involved in any unnecessary drama this month. Okay, dear Scorpios, and you're going to make it right. You're going to be okay. Now, Sagittarius, ascendant, suns, and moons. When it comes to love, your long distance connections can intensify. When it comes to career, Jupiter direct will reopen any projects that you are currently stalled on. Yay. And when it comes to health, you'll want to check your hips. Okay. And then there might be some liver support that's needed during this time as well. Now, as a remedy, you can donate books or sponsor education because that's supported in your chart right now. So let's go into Capricorn, ascendants, suns, and moons. When it comes to love, there's a deep psychological clearing and intimacy for you this month. I like to hear that. When it comes to your money, shared resources will be under scrutiny, so just prepare yourself for that. When it comes to your health, this is a great month to gently detox. One of the things that I like to do in the morning is I take a big glass of water. I put 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in it and some lemon. I wait about 15 minutes and then I drink it. It's like pond water with frogs' eggs in it. It's really gross, but oh my gosh, it can really help you with detoxing. So just be prepared for the sliminess of it, but it's really good for your digestive system, your liver. Chia seeds are really high in protein, magnesium, zinc. I highly recommend it. And then the best mantra for you is, honey, can you turn on the light? Is you can recite Vishnu's mantra on Wednesday, and that's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. I love that one. Okay. So let's go on to Aquarius, ascendant, suns, and moons. We're almost all the way through. So when it comes to love, Mars and Rahu are conjunct in your first house. So avoid any impulsive confrontations, especially if your partnerships feel a little volatile. When it comes to your career, you are in the karmic spotlight this month. So move very strategically, but not reactively. When it comes to your health, you may suffer from headaches or inflammation. So it's important to keep an eye on those things. And a remedy that you can do is silence during the eclipse windows. We call that mauna in Vedic sciences. It means silence. And you can also do a digital detox as well. So finally, last but not least, Pisces, ascendants, suns, and moons. When it comes to love, Venus exalted in your first makes you very magnetic. But Saturn is going to ensure a little seriousness when it comes to your partnerships. So just be aware of that. When it comes to your career, behind the scenes preparation pays off after March 20th when Mercury goes direct. So if you're feeling a little stuck in your communications, projects, things like that, know that that's going to clear up. When it comes to your health, you're going to find that your emotional sensitivity is going to be heightened this month. So one of the best things that you can do is celebrate or participate in Chitra Navaratri. That's the honor of the divine feminine, the goddess in all of her forms. And that's 9 days through mantra, fasting, and charity. So that's a really great thing that you can do, okay, dear Pisces? Now, what's really cool is on the 4th, right after we go through that crazy eclipse, is we get to celebrate Holi. Holi celebrates the victory of devotion over ego. It's a festival of forgiveness and color and renewal. And you can celebrate by wearing white or applying natural colors, forgiving someone consciously, lighting a small lamp the night before and doing a little prayer over it, especially if you have your altar. And you can also offer sweets to children. And Chitra Navaratri, I mentioned that starts on March 19th and it goes to the 27th. That's a 9-day festival, and it honors the beautiful goddess Durga in all of her forms. So it's strength, wisdom, compassion. And so you can traditionally observe this with fasting or dietary restraint, a daily Durga mantra. We have a different form of Parvati for each day. You can do acts of service for women and children, especially with Venus and Pisces. And you can offer red flowers to your altar as well. And as Sivananda said, the Divine Mother removes the veil when our hearts are purified. So I see March as a month of purification, waking up, empowering ourselves. And even though this eclipse on my moon was really personal and it was hard for me to talk about Project 2026 in the beginning, it mirrors the collective. So the moon represents our homeland, our emotional body, women, mothers. And when eclipses strike the moon, policy shifts centered around family, education, reproductive frameworks, we pay attention. So not with hysteria or any type of fear, but with awareness. So March is not the month to force any outcomes. It's the month to refine your karma, stabilize your nervous system, and prepare intelligently. So in closing, I also think it's very important to emphasize to the men in attendance that this discussion does not constitute an attack on you, your authority, or your divine masculinity. On the contrary, when women, the divine feminine, are treated with love and respect, the benefits extend to everyone. So that includes you. And history has shown that marginalized groups, people of color, women, the LGBTQ plus community, when they face ongoing challenges, it ultimately impacts a wider society. So in supporting these communities, it contributes to a more inclusive environment, and that positively affects both current and future generations of men as well. So I hope that was a helpful review of March's astrology and you're able to take something from that today. You're always welcome to watch the replay, come back with the calculator. But without ado, I would like to introduce the lovely and amazing Jane from Jane the Seeker. She's going to be doing readings with me today. Welcome, Jane.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Nice
Thank you
to be here.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. I was just giving the March astrology. It's a lot, and this last eclipse, it's revealing a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. And hide and yeah, more revealing. And your background behind you is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Mexico City. Yeah, it's calmed down quite a bit since the events took place after the eclipse. So we're
Are
doing
you
much better here.
are you off of lockdown now?
Yes, we are good to go. I mean, the amount of how do I say this? Enforcement here is wonderful. Like there were over 5,000 military and police in the streets making everybody safe, like just smiling and saying, hey, how are you? Don't worry about it. We've got it, you know. And these aren't just regular military. Like they've got like the big guns and they're in the full uniform, men and women. And they're so helpful and nice. And we even had a protest. Happened and I filmed that as well, and they were so nice to everybody. I mean, the police are just, they're so respectful. And Jonathan was just remarking on his Vietnam days and going, they used to knock us over. Like, he's got a lot of stories. He's been tear gassed, he's been knocked, like he was a hippie. So but Yeah, so it's very different here. There's not a lot of ego when it comes to law enforcement, when it comes to interactions with people. So that's been really nice to see.
I
So
love that. I've been talking about that recently. I in a live I did, and the message that I've been receiving is, and I ask whenever I do my meditations
mhm.
to leave my ego out. And some people say ego is edging God out, and
Mm,
whatever do you believe in, source, the I am, whatever it is.
mhm.
But yeah, so when you have too much ego, if you're too much of like of a, then you don't get to let the divine, the Christ, the spark of the divine in, if you ah I got this.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly. I completely agree with you. That'll be said better. Oh my gosh. I want to say hi to some people before we get to our readings. Go ahead and get your questions in, guys, and I'll be looking for tippers are going to go first, just like we always do. So, some patience is here. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're healing well. Rolfs is here. It's great to see you. Barbara is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Barbara. It's been lovely chatting with you. The lovely Susan. Oh, you like Heinlein too. Okay, Revolt 2100. I'm actually rereading it because it's a lot. Project 2026 is very close, and what's kind of coming out of the Heritage Foundation and stuff. I mean, it's everyone's like, oh, it's like 1984, or it's like Margaret Atwood's. Anyways, people are bringing up all kinds of books, but Revolt of 2100 is actually pretty. It's a great book. I recommend you guys read it. Um, and then Blue Sky, it's lovely to see you. And, it's important not to be scared of this stuff, you guys. I mentioned Project 2025 2 years ago when the eclipse revealed it. And I just said, make decisions on what's best for you. Use it to empower yourself. That's what we did. We left. So we don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff that we used to because it's not even on our radar anymore. Okay. Blue Sky, welcome, welcome. And then oh my gosh, you have 8 chapters today. That's fantastic with your book, Susan. Congratulations. That's exciting. And I'm glad it was helpful, dear. Okay, Gujajar, I'm going to go ahead and get your question in. Aries rising. Okay, I did go over that at the very beginning. You've got some great stuff coming your way this month. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. I got your question in. Okay. Oh, that is the cutest little. Oh, is that Shiva Parvati? That is so cute. Okay. And it is Susan's 3rd anniversary today. Yay! Happy anniversary. That's wonderful. And Shem's wishing you a happy anniversary too. Salama is here. Lovely to see you. And let's see. Oh, Virgo Ascendant. Okay, I'm glad I got you covered. And Capricorn Sun and Moon. Yep. That's why you got the Capricorn avatar. That was a clear mental image. Egg, water. Oh yeah, it was. Wasn't it? The chia seed. They look like frog eggs because they swell up, and you go to drink them, and it's like just like plug your nose. Try to like ignore the mucusy stuff and know that it's good for your colon. So and then the lovely Garnet is here. It's lovely to see you, Garnet. My lovely Jonathan is here. Hey, honey. He says hi, everyone. Yes, and he's in Mexico. He's right over here on the couch. So, okay, some patience. I'm getting your question in.
I saw the
Oh,
stash.
the Stash Man's here. Yay! Delphi is here. Your voice with the mantras are very special. Thank you. You're so welcome. Jonathan and I, we love doing them in the morning. It's one of the most empowering things that you can do during these times. And everyone's saying, welcome back, Jane, because we love you. Look at all this love. Yay. Yeah, I have her on my show because, I mean, I just love working with her energy, you guys. So, and I'm glad that you love her too. So, and then, yes, Mexico City is an astonishing place to live. 22 million people, and it's not like any other place we've lived. We love it. We can walk around at night here and feel safe, guys. We couldn't do that when we were living in the Seattle area. There were too many mental mental health issues and drug things and things like that. So, and then it is said that Kali came from the eyebrows of Durga. Yes. And males born under water signs are heavily affected. I love that story about Kali coming out of Durga's eyebrow. That's her third eye. She just, came in and took him out. So, and then let's see. Okay, Sybil, I'm getting your question in. Lovely. Good to see you. Mystic Sai, got your question. And Ashmita, it's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And I agree, Garnet. Yep, 100%. And Moon Fox Knight is here. Good to see you. And the lovely Hershey is here. Good to see you, Hershey. Sending positive vibes back, dear. And then, yes, you can ask Gemini or Claude, whatever you'd like. It's interesting. It's the new secret post eclipse. So we got to prepare women. And then men who support women. So, and yes, the prayers do help. And then there he is, the lovely Stash. I have my mug. I got to go get it in a minute here. So my tea is brewing. And then, yes, we are on the 8th floor. Luckily, we don't have a problem with heights. So, especially during major earthquakes. And I think we've had, 4 so far? And one shook the whole building. It was a big one. And we just stood there, and it was just like, dung, 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 like the whole building moved. And we're sitting here on the 8th floor going, well, we'll just wait this out. That was right after another eclipse energy. So that was interesting. And then, let's see. Oh, yes, Jonathan's saying hi to Rostash in the house. We love Gerald. He's our cowbell, our disco cowbell. He brings us so much joy. And then, okay, you have a good night, Moonfox Night. I hope you rest well, dear. And then, okay, Ashmita, I'll go ahead and get your question in. All right, so we have some questions coming in. Yay! Thank you guys so much for getting those in. And then, oh, Venus is here. Hey, Venus, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Mosaic Insight is here. Good to see you. Everyone's saying, people are saying hi to Gerald on Facebook too. You're a celebrity, Gerald. And yes, 8 is Saturn in Vedic numerology. That is correct. Yeah. I'm 9, which is Mars, and Jonathan is 3, which is Jupiter. So, all right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me get some of my cards together. I've got to clear off some space over here because I had to give you guys the March forecast. I hope you guys watched the replay on that if you're just coming in now. I spent a lot of time researching what was coming out of these eclipses, and it's some heavy stuff, but it's here to empower you, help you step into knowledge and wisdom and make the best choices for you and your family. And everyone's plan is going to be different. Okay. Okay. Yes, you do have there is room in the K, the Q. So is it the K or the Q? The Q. Thank you. Okay. You can go ahead and ask your question, Susan. All right. So our first question is from a subscriber. George 2700, are you here? You are looking for guidance for Priya about career. Okay. So go ahead and let us know you're here. And because we only do readings for people who are in the audience, okay? Go ahead and check in. The project is unfolding in a huge, gushing, peaceful, calm, exhilarating way. I love that for you, Susan. That's fantastic. Well, like I said, the eclipse, I believe, is in your 5th, isn't it? Yeah. So that's House of Creativity and Writing. So this is probably coming in from other realms, knowing you. So I'm not seeing Gurjar check in. So let's go ahead and do some patience. I know some patience is still in the audience. What messages are there for me from the universe and guides I am overlooking that I need to dial into? All right, you got it.
All right. And I've been just sitting here pulling out things, and so I'm glad this came up for you. Right now, whatever is going on, it's just time to set boundaries It's time to set boundaries with people. You are more important than anybody stepping all over your stuff. So set your boundaries, be intentional, and follow your North Star. Like it is, follow your intuition, your internal guidance, okay? Because it's there for you. It's I think that our North Star is our higher self, and
Mhm.
that's be our guide too. So really listen to that voice inside that comes on from on high. And it says here, and I love it, this is like purple and green. So we've got the third eye and the heart connected here, and that's through willpower. And it says improve your willpower to reduce your stress level. So we're
Mm.
going to come from our third eye into our heart chakra, following the star following what we planned out in our birth, our soul contracts. So this is sort of like your soul contract, and keep anybody that is not a part of your soul contract out. If they do not belong there, they do not belong. And that does take willpower sometimes. We want to be nice and friendly to everybody, but sometimes you can't. And you shouldn't have to hang out with somebody when you just can't be with that person. So that's what I have.
That's great, Jane. Well, I went to my karma cards and they're highlighting the second house for you. The second house rules your savings, money, speech, and food. So they want you focused on those areas of your life. I asked what was going on in that area, and I got the Eight of Swords, but it came up reversed. There's going to be some liberation. There might be some reality, a way forward. Because if this was upside down, you'd be blindfolded. You wouldn't you'd be misunderstanding a lot of stuff. If you've been going through a period of inertia of trying to look at your finances in a different light, there's going to be some clarity coming up for you. So that's good. That third eye might open, and you might see things a little differently. So expect some possibilities to expand for you in this area. Now, I did go to my Mahabharata oracle for you, and I pulled the ambition card. So when Satyavati appears, desire needs to be re-examined. Now, she had a lot of restless ambition, but she shaped dynasties, but it cost her her peace. And Jane said that your peace is very important. Okay. So making sure that the decisions that you're making don't lead to frustration, they lead to fulfillment. All right. Um, when it comes to career and money, you're going to be reassessing your goals a little much because I got that second house. And know that sustainable success requires a lot of integrity and balance as you move forward. So know that any type of ambition without wisdom can consume itself. So you're a Capricorn, so you really know your way around money. And I actually did cover career and money a little bit toward the beginning of the show. So rewatch that and know that that's an area that they're going to be having you work on. Okay. And providing you with some much needed clarity. All right. So I hope that was helpful, some patients. All three are central to my life right now: food, money, and boundaries. Yeah, there you go, Jane. We got it. Okay, your guides are with you.
Indeed.
They are loud and clear. And then says, good advice. Yes, some boundaries are not my superpower. I'm developing. Okay, you're developing that skill. That will excellent.
It's a
And
good time
then,
to develop it.
yeah, especially eclipse season for sure. And then let's see. Okay, Miss Susan, I'm getting your question in. All right. So let me just check over here. All right, Rachel Rose is our first tipper. So we're going to go ahead and go to Rachel. Miss Rachel, let me find your question. I hope you're doing well, dear. What do I need to let go of for the big eclipse tomorrow? Any messages from your guides? Okay, that's a great question.
Might be one that we could all take a little bit of wisdom from.
Agreed.
All right. Oh.
Hmm.
No, this is what I'm getting for you. It's like inside there's a journey that you're really wanting to partake on, because I have the Fool, and that's your inner self, because it's on the bottom. So it's like you really want to follow that Fool and begin something new. And you are, because you're giving the Ace of Swords here. So this is, thoughts, words, and deeds, and you're there. It's being handed to you that you do have the wisdom to make it through all of this, uh, to make to carry into your Fool's journey, into your journey. They do warn, sometimes it's hang on to your money, and sometimes you have to spend money to make money. So whichever one you vibe with, are you holding on because you're saving for something better, or do you need to mm, do you need to let go of some of it as well, to put it back into the system? So I don't know exactly, but oh, well, they're going to tell you, because I get an open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. This goes back to your Fool. So your place, yeah. So have that open mind. And I would even open up your mind with that Four of Pentacles that you got there. I mean, it could be the garden that you're growing, and don't forget to water it. So I say to you, water that which you wish to grow. Okay. And everybody needs a little fertilizer to bloom. Right. So open mind, keep that mind open, because you're hanging on to something. Ah, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I have for you. Yeah.
My cars mirror that. I got the second house. This is your finances. You got those pentacles, Jane. So you're going to be reevaluating financial speech, food, things like that. Okay. So that, and then I also got the fourth house. This is home and real estate. So keep searching for a place where you truly feel like you can start a new journey, because you got that beautiful Fool card, and do so with a little bit of fun and spontaneity. And the reason I say that is not only because Jane got the beautiful Fool, it's one of my favorite cards. It's because I got the Page of Wands. Okay, so this is all about spontaneity, enthusiasm, youthfulness, new ideas coming in, uh, motivated to rise against challenges, and your world opening up to limitless possibilities, which is very much like the Fool as well. So, you know, allow that curiosity to really sink in for you, and embrace that. And I love the dog in the Fool card, because I know that the Fool always has a dog, a companion with them. Okay, so know that that is in your future as well. Okay, dear. Now I got the imagination card. He's blue. So I love that. This is Vyasa. He's in the Mahabharata, and he comes in when new ideas or ventures are ready to unfold. So I got this beautiful page of Juan. She's so happy and youthful and excited about this next step. And then I've got the imagination card. So, he was the grandfather of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, and he was a creative genius. And he also brought us the Bhagavad Gita. So he explains the complexities of human emotions and behavior: sorrow, pain, wrath, vengeance, beauty, nobility, valor, chivalry, all of those things. So this is a card of developing your imaginative powers, inspiration, artistic potential. They're all going to start coming to the forefront for you. And so explore your imagination during this time, especially if you are driven for an impulse to create something, bring about something new, dynamic, or give birth to a new amazing concept. So, it's use, new knowledge, philosophies, and wisdom to complete your goals and create something completely new, and use your imagination to do it. And I love that we both got kind of like this blue energy in and around that, Jane. I think that's great. So an opportunity may present itself for you to develop your creative talents, and I love that for you. Okay, so, and that's something that I think I mentioned last week that can kind of help you through your working through your heart space right now, because I know today is the 6 month anniversary. Okay, all right. I hope that was helpful, dear. Angela, welcome. Laura, welcome. It's good to see you. I hope I'm not frozen.
You were free. I didn't know if it was you or me, and so that's why I didn't say anything. So you've been freezing.
Oh, I didn't see it on my end. Well, thank you for letting me know. Hopefully you guys could hear me and you got that message, Rachel. Okay, Laura, I'm going to go ahead and put your question in. Thank you for asking, and thanks for letting me know, Venus. And Rachel says, I think I might have found a place too at home. Oh, good, because I did get fourth house. Okay, so that's wonderful to hear. And you've been working diligently on your Pendet app all day, and I'm ready to apply. Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad to hear that new things are coming your way. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our next lovely question. Let's see. And it is Laura. Laura is our next tipper. Okay. So let me find your question, Miss Laura. I've been struggling. I'm stuck in grief and pain. How can I pull myself out? Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness. You are not alone.
No, you are.
We'll definitely include you in our mantra practice with your permission during the eclipse tomorrow, okay? We're going to send you lots of good stuff, all right, sweetie? Not uncommon during eclipse season. It can hit us really hard.
Yeah. And I get a progression here, which is good. So it means you're moving forward. You are moving, you're moving the energy around. And I think that Michelle would agree with this, like doing some body work and some breath work, release that emotion that you might be in a freeze, something like, I forget what they call it, a fight freeze or whatever it's called. But I do have that you are there looking for that next best thing. It's that waiting for your ship to come in, guiding the correct ship to you. There could be more than one ship out there, and you want to get the one that you want. And then when you do, it's you celebrate that win. You get the Four of Wands. We go from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands. And I have shuffled, this deck is like a deck that it's my go-to deck. I use it all the time. So these cards have been shuffled a lot. And I haven't even reset it in a long time. So to get that progression, I want you to know that you are moving through energy. And then for your Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you got self-creation. Be the author of your own life. So what you remember that you are creating your own life, and you are be the divine designer is what I'm hearing. Be the divine designer of your life. So how can you pull yourself out? I say dip in, find those parts that need to be healed, and then self-create and transmute that energy into this wonderful energy of bringing in what you want to bring in and celebrating that win. Celebrate all of your wins is what I'm getting for you. Let me just look at
that. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, and because then what you were going to be doing, the subconscious is the Nine of Pentacles. This is you being present and peaceful in your body. You've made it. You've done it. You've done the work. So just be that. Be that. I am that I am. Remember that. And that's what I have for you.
Oh, that's such a great reading, Jan. I love that you are. I think it's like it's getting your plans out there for traveling and seeing where you can fit it in the world. You know, I think that's perfect. And she wants to know what deck you were using.
Which one? The pretty one? This one? Or this one? This one is the Superlunaris. It is out of print. It was and then this one is the Sufi Wisdom.
Okay.
That's what I'm using.
And lovely to see you, Sunny Moon. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so Miss Laura, I got a lot of energy in and around you. Okay, The first I got from the karma cards is, I don't know if you are grieving a past relationship right now, because I got Saturn and I got seventh house. Okay. There might be, some feelings, blocked feelings here, things that are resurfacing that the eclipses are bringing up. We also have an Anagarak yoga coming in this week, which is a really intense yoga. So if you're feeling like some grief in this area, it's important to do some heart work in and around this. Okay. Um, then I got that it might be throwing you a little off because I got the high priestess, but she came up reversed. This is, not listening to inner self, to the point of anxiety. So the anxiety that you're feeling is completely natural. We're going through eclipse season. There's a lot of energy out in the world right now that is especially harsh on the divine feminine because Venus is conjunct Saturn right now. I do know that I love that Jane got that Three of Wands, your ship's coming in. I got that you are going to start to see things with your third eye again. Okay. So if you've been feeling blocked intuitively, because I did get the high priestess reversed, know that later on this month, you are going to open up new areas of thinking and intuition and thought that are going to expand your world. As Jane mentioned, and she got the Four of Wands too, and that's seventh house energy. That's the marriage house. So those are things that you can really look forward to. One thing that I would warn of a little bit is try not to lose your sense of focus, because I got the Page of Wands reversed. Any creative energy that lacks direction. That's kind of the block that I see, and it will be removed because I did get that Eight of Swords reversed. So when it comes to impulsive decision making during this time, unsettling news, we're all going through that, being treated unfairly, issues in and around those areas. Just know that it's the eclipses, it too shall pass, and then you'll be able to take that blindfold off and really see things as they are and as they're meant to be. And you can celebrate that, okay? And then I went to my Whispers of Ganesh, and the first card I got was Personal Transformation. You have gone through it in this last year. Oh my gosh. This was the card I got when they told me to basically sell everything I had and move to Mexico. Okay. We also have stuff going on in our family and everything else. It's just like drama. Okay. So you've been going through it. I get it. But this is what's going to be on the other side of that for you. I got the beautiful acceptance card. There's great freedom in just accepting things as they are, because you can't move forward on your path until you release any blame or anger or sorrow, depression that you've collected on your life's journey. Because, oh my gosh, if you've been through it, every time I pull this card, I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's coming? So Spirit is asking you to forgive those in the past that have hurt you. This is relationships, because I did get that seventh house energy. Any kind of, codependencies, angers, things like that. And be willing to forgive yourself too, and open your heart to the world outside and to the one within. And know that that deeper state of recognition and acceptance is what's going to help push you forward on your spiritual adventure. And Jane picked up on that with that beautiful Three of Wands, and then also the Four of Wands. Those are great cards to get. So just try to love without practicing too much judgment on yourself, without too many predetermined opinions, and accept and express your true self moving forward, because the ego is beginning to align with your soul, especially when I pull this card. All right. So if you've been feeling overly tense, serious, and those negative emotions from these eclipses are kind of getting the best of you, try to remember happiness. Okay. You may find that you can laugh at things instead of becoming infuriated. He's holding a banana here. That's kind of what it represents for me. I will just laugh when things are so ridiculous and there's nothing I can do to change them. Just, it'll dispel some of that negativity. And also looking at the world from a more spiritual perspective, which I know you're a very spiritual person, can help you as well. So just once you see the beauty of who you are, it will open you up to recognizing and accepting that, and then being able to make those steps forward and see things a little more clearly. Okay, sweetie. So my heart goes out to you as you go through this, and you are not alone. Okay, dear? Okay. So Leah is here. It is lovely to see you. I'll go ahead and get your question in if we have time. All right. And and then, oh, I love Odin too. Give him lots of love from me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rosie says hi too. Where is Rosie? Oh, she's over here lying down. So And then let's see. All right, so let's go. I'm going to go ahead and check over here. Okay, Nancy. Okay, some patients went ahead and left a tip. So for a question, is a business deal deal ultimate a good idea for me? Okay, good to see you, Rose Blue. Okay, a business deal coming up.
Well, yes and no. This is what I'm seeing. Excuse me. My nose itches. It means I'm on the nose. It's like, so, it's so really, what we're going to do, we have the Hermit card here. And so with this business deal, really think on it, meditate on it, pray on it, whatever it is that you do to bring in energy and to make decisions. And wow, once you get that decision made, the Queen of Wands, that creative energy is just going to hit you, mature into this wonderful, fiery, creative energy, which will not allow it to fail. So whatever it is that you choose, because we're going to go inside before we can shine our light outside. So whatever you decide, it will be the correct and right choice for you, because you've thought about it. You've sat there and you've sat with it, and then you've lit it on fire. You have lit it on fire. And like I was saying, with the Hermit, this is very interesting. So the Hermit, like, she's sitting there and she's doing yoga. She's reaching up to the heavens. And it says, my Sufi card is silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And it's just right there, just like it brings that energy just down into a great fine point. Do you see how it's doing that? It's like it couldn't be any clearer. When this hits, you will know exactly what it is that will work for you. Yeah, because you've got that creative energy, that fire. You've got that fire. So whatever, if this isn't it, something else will be. But if this is what we're talking about, this. So think about it and set fire to it, like in a good way.
Yes, in a good way, in a safe way. I love that, Jane. I got similar cards. You got the Hermit. I got the Four of Swords reversed. So beware of any burnout, depression, rejection, things like that. Take time to rest before you move on to the next step. Okay, so this is going to help open up that third eye and bring mental rest needed to move forward. Once I got that, I definitely got that a new project is coming your way, but you need to take it with, again, the Page of Wands seems to be a bit of a theme, uh, youthful enthusiasm. Okay, this tells me that this is something a little new for you. This isn't something that you've been doing for decades. It's going to involve things that make you really think outside the box. So instead of putting on your crown and having like full authority and understanding of this is going to be new, kind of exciting. So know that there's a lot of limitless possibilities with this, especially if you put a lot of your creative energy into this, which is, that beautiful fiery wands type of energy that Jane was tapping into. Okay, now she got the Queen, which tells me that there might be some areas you can master as well. So those are two great cards to get. Okay. Then I went to my Mahabharata Oracle. I got a bit of a warning card. I got Duradna. Okay, this is Trump. He's a narcissist. So when he appears, unresolved desire demands recognition. So he was driven by envy and entitlement, and his pride was wounded all the time. And his downfall stemmed from refusing to do any self-examination. And so he teaches us that when we ignore shadowy personalities in our lives and in ourselves, that our destiny can go a different direction. Okay, so this is asking you to either confront your inner shadow or be aware of others around you that haven't dealt with theirs. Okay, acknowledge any suppressed emotions or anything that you are kind of getting a weird gut feeling on in and around your environment, but before they take control. So know that ambition unchecked, that can sabotage your long-term success. So that's why I think you need to take a little bit of a rest, revisit your motives, and beware of this type of personality in and around you or attracting it. Okay. Then I love that you got kind of like a yoga like card, Jane, because I got the balance card next for you. So she's doing the tree pose. And this is Shrita Parashna, and this is stillness becomes strength. So this tells me that a work-life balance is going to be very important for you. It's going to restore a lot of productivity and satisfaction, and that peace will arise when your mind is very steady and you're coming from a calm place. You know, Jane got the Hermit. I got that Four of Swords. So it's important that you do take mental rest, and so you can give yourself the time, the energy, and the space to make good decisions moving forward. Okay. And you might want to incorporate a little yoga into your work day. I do that. Like I'll just take a break, especially if I'm sitting down for a long time and writing, and I'll just go get in the shoulder stand. Or I'll, get into the plow, wherever's feeling a little tight when I get out of my chair. And I'll just go into a yoga pose and be like, oh, just sit there for a little bit, drink some water, take a break. Okay. So yes, it'll be a learning curve. Some basic skill applied is a little different, but in a shadowy place. Okay, good to know. All right. So Mama, I'll get your question in. And thank you, Hershey. Thank you. We appreciate you. We both love you, honey. And then, okay, so let me find the cards again. So I got balance. Okay. I got ego. You can go back and look at what I said. Okay. I got the Page of Wands. I got the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay, so taking rest. At least she looks like the same person here too while you do your actions. Okay. You're welcome, honey. All right. Okie doke. Let me go ahead and check. Okay. So we've got that. I'm just making sure I'm getting our tippers first, and then we go in order. And you're very welcome, some patients. Salama, I got your question. Angela, I got your question. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do lightning round because we got a lot of questions coming in, guys. Okay. So when I call you, make sure that you're here. Right. Let's see. Sybil, are you here? Sybil. Mystic Sai, are you here? Please check in. And I'm glad you feel reassured with that insight. That's wonderful. Mystic Sai and Sybil are here. Yay! All right. So would you like, Sybil, Jane, that's will I marry and what will my husband be like, or what's coming up in March for me? Which one would you like?
I'll do the marriage.
Okay. And I'll do what's coming up in March.
Although it'd probably be better for you, because what I'm going to say to you is I don't even have to go to the cards.
Oh.
You will find that perfect person for you when you truly love yourself.
Yeah.
And when you are your authentic self and you can go out there and be authentically you, like, don't compare yourself to anyone else. I clearly saw this in a meditation that I did a couple of weeks ago. They had all of these gold outlines of boxes stacking up on each other. And the message was, don't compare yourself to anyone else because you are uniquely you. So I want you to sit in that self-love and just love yourself so much that that perfect person will come in. Don't bend to be that perfect person for this perceived perfect guy. Be authentically you. And I will just say, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So there, once you've done that work, it comes in. It couldn't be a better card. There you go.
Yay. I love that for you, Sybil. Okay. Mystic Sai, what's coming in March? Okay, take a deep breath. Saturn is in Pisces conjunct Venus. Okay. We got some eclipses forming an Anagarok in Aquarius opposite Leo. Lots of energy coming our way. First, I got Saturn. Saturn's a karmic teacher. You've got some karmic stuff coming your way. Okay, so just prepare for this. You're always welcome to schedule a reading with me because I did get justice reversed. Something legal, and it's not great. All right, so just prepare for that. But this is the attitude that they're asking you to take when you are confronted with this. Okay, mystic side, I got be impartial. This is Balarama. And during the war, you can see there's a war going on behind him. See all the fires and the craziness. He's farming and he's feeding both armies. He's just like, you know what? I am interested in just being impartial and farming and planting seeds and not getting involved in all this crazy drama. Okay, so some injustice is coming. It's karmic. Be impartial and don't let it harsh your mellow. Okay, you just do what you do best, whether that's literally gardening and feeding other people like he did, or just practicing Mauna silence and letting that drama play out. Okay, not uncommon around this type of astrological energy. Okay, hope that was helpful. Good to see you, Nicole. Okay, let me see here. And then some patient said, Jane, we should all get that message, work on loving ourselves. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, people love that message. I love it too. Okay.
It come from my guides. It wasn't from my ego. Ego removed when I work. So
yep, that's how it works for sure. So we love your connection, Jane. So Ashmita, you are next along with Miss Susan. So go ahead and check in. Let us know that you're here. And Jane, which one would you like if they are here? We'll see if they're here first.
the second one, please.
Okay. Yeah, Susan's great. I adore Susan. So, okay. So, are you guys still in the audience, or did you have to duck out? Let us know. Good to see you too, Nicole. Okay. So we're just waiting for you guys to check in. Oh, Susan's here. Okay. All right.
No.
And then so after Susan, we have now Ashmita. Are you here, dear? Check in, check in. Susan is here. I'm not seeing Ashmita. All right. Is Leah here? Are you here, Leah? Leah. Please check in. Okay, so you can go ahead and do Susan. And I will see if anyone else checks in.
Okay.
After Leah, we have Angela.
Okay.
Angela, are you here? Yes, you are here. Angela's here. Okay, so I'll do Angela. You go ahead and do Miss Susan.
Okay.
All right. Yay!
And again. All right. What will help me work on the apex the most? Feeling with divine purpose. All right. How do I maximize oh yeah, that probably would have been a good one for you because I don't know about all that stuff.
Okay,
but
I can see. So she has 11 divisions on her Jupiter, which gives her the ability to heal the world through her writing and through her research. It's Dantaras, which is the area. He's the god of Ayurveda, and so she has a direct channel to the god of Ayurveda, and she can bring that down to Earth. She's also created an amazing app. It's a health app. It's one of the best health apps I've seen. It's amazing that she was able to do this. I mean, it's got everything from like a craving corner to like how much water you drink. It's really cool. And so she wants to teach. She wants to share, this app with the world. She wants to help people with their health journey. Okay. And it's in her chart. She's directly connected to the god of Ayurveda.
Well, then I do have the perfect cards for that. I mean, this is wonderful. So here you are with the Seven of Pentacles. So you're, again, it's the thing that you created, you grew. It's the seeds that you planted, and you cared for them, and you watered them, and you made them grow. And what that did was, by doing that, you become so filled to overflowing with love, with your ideas, with your, with creation, with all of that stuff. And so, and remember to always do fill your cup. Although because it's so overflowing, I think that you do. And here is that charitable um, aspect of you. So it's the Six of Pentacles. So we're sharing, we're giving and receiving. It's that energy exchange. And then I did pull a Sufi wisdom for you, because I love these cards. I pull one of these every morning and I meditate on it, and I can just like go inside of them. And this one is transformation. Let love transform you forever. So you will go there and you will stay there and you will be transformed. So, and we're just going down. If you can see this pearl, we're going down into this portal, and we're finding our place in that portal for you. So I love that. And with the filled to overflowing, like, it's, you have the opportunity to give. So we can be very giving when our cup is full, because you've planted the seeds. That's what I have.
God. That's so perfect, Jane. I love that. And then she said, talk to Laird today about a nonprofit. Oh, that is so cool, Susan. I cannot wait to see how this works out for you. That is incredible.
That'd be great.
Seeds well planted. What a great message. Thank you, Jane. That was perfect. Okay, so I'll go to the lovely Angela. Before I do that, Salama is next. So it's may have angels guidance for the month of March. Okay, Jane, so you can take her, and I'm going to do Angela. I'm going to do a quick roll call. If you're not here, we're going to go ahead and check out. Okay, so I would like to know if I'm going to meet my romantic soulmate this year. Okay, so I got a maybe. Okay, so the reason I got a maybe is I pulled Aries. This is all about your willpower. This could also be what you may be attracted to. Okay, this is a very fiery, energetic warrior type of sign. It can be a little impulsive, but boy, are they fun. So I get along with Aries. I think they're kind of a hoot. I call them incoming bogeys. They're just a hoot. It's like, Jonathan has this story where he was in oh God, it was a small plane, and it was with all of these Marine guys. Was it Marines? Yeah. And they hit turbulence, and they thought they were going to crash. And so the guys were like, yes, this is going to be so much fun. We get to jump. And they're putting on their parachutes, and they can't wait to jump out of this plane because they've always wanted to do that. So Jonathan's going, right? Like, Jonathan doesn't have any Aries in his chart. Okay, so he's just going, no. The air sign is like intellectualizing everything, and these guys are going, yeah. So this is a very fun sign to be around. It can be a little impulsive, but boy, are they fun, and they're kind of youthful too. Okay, so that's kind of what I got for you there. Then I went to my Mahabharata oracle, and I got Kripa. Now, Kripa is when he appears, appreciation can restore harmony. So Kripa honored those who nurtured him. He repaid kindness for their loyalty and service, and there was a lot of gratitude that anchored him amid chaos. And he's a warrior in this card, much like the Aries card. So, and look how ripped he is. Okay, so this might be the kind of guy that, very active, goes to the gym a lot, something like that. But someone who expresses appreciation openly, when you express your appreciation openly, you're going to attract someone else who does that too. So that's kind of why I said maybe. If you change that kind of dynamic in the way that you present yourself, your emotional bonds will deepen through recognition, and you're going to attract someone really cool. Okay. So just know that thankfulness will transform you into attracting that type of person, which I absolutely would love to see for you. Okay, Angela. So then I went to my tarot. They all said no except for my Hermetic tarot. This is kind of a deeper tarot. Okay. So I got the Hanged Man. This is enlightenment through surrender. Okay, so there's a spiritual awakening that's going to come your way. This happens through stillness, through sacrifice, through doing some inner work. So there's going to be a little bit of waiting, it's a transition, some delays. But know that if you surrender and to the process and you work on that spiritual insight and you work on developing a spirit of gratitude, it's coming. Okay. So once you develop that new perspective, you will attract this kind of fun Aries energy that appreciates you and is very grateful for what you have to offer to the relationship and vice versa. Okay, dear? And I hope that was helpful. And all right, this is really good for me. I'm very thankful. Good. Glad. All right. So let's see. So Salama, you are next. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anyone's question while Jane gets to angel guidance. Okay.
So for your angel guidance, and they are angels, I brought out, I have Mary Magdalene, I have Mother Mary, and then I have the Sufi wisdom. And Mary Magdalene says, the body never lies. And it's the dove, the peacemaker, the dove. Spirit speaks through the body. So make sure that your body is aligned and upright and straight, and you crack your back and you get your, like you're feeling good because the energy is moving through you and spirit speaks through you, the dove. And then, and because when you go inside and look at that into your body, that's where you conceal your power, and it's concealed power. Give birth to the wonder of revelation. So here you are stepping out of your cave and into that, the fire horse energy. And, it's just giving life to creation, to revelations, to revelance. And then our Mother Mary is Our Lady of the Abundant Garden. And there she is right there. She's quite beautiful. And she says, for every need that you have, there are ample channels through which that need to be fulfilled. You can delight in your life and enjoy all the riches that are available to you if only you open your heart and release your fear. It is habit, not reality, that keeps you uncertain. Trust in our mother, and you shall be nourished and in her living garden of love. So nourish yourself in the living garden of love, because you're going to release all this energy or through the body, the dove, being kind. And yeah, there it is. And just powerful. You will come out of that when you touch into all of those things. You just come out in this powerful energy, and it's divine abundance too. So that's what I
Oh,
have for you.
I love that, Jane, and that's perfect. She says, "Wow, I've been unemployed since October, and I have reading March will be fortunate time." Oh, good, yay! I want good things coming your way. That's excellent. And then she says, Mary Magdalene, I pray everything will be all right. You guys, Jane did a video on Mary Magdalene where she connected with Yeshua. It was an amazing video. Check it out. Okay, it's on her channel. So, yeah.
I sit
And
with them. Yeah.
that was a really cool channel. Maureen is here. Lovely to see you. Dark Crypto, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Sunny Moon. Okay, so we got through all the questions where people were still here. Is there anything that you would like to announce for the week, Miss Jane?
No, right now I'm taking care of myself so that I can come back to my channel and be all. I'm doing a lot of meditating and taking care of my body so that when I do come back, I feel like it will be powerful. So you might want to subscribe if you want. Just saying.
And you do have a birthday coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
Yes,
I have a birthday coming up.
yes, yes. So on the 12th. So happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a big one. I'm excited for you. You'll get to take advantage of some new things. So if you need any guidance in that area, I've been doing a lot of stuff with Jonathan's. So
Mm,
okay.
okay.
All right. So we hope that you guys all have a wonderful week. Go ahead and watch the replay because I gave readings for each sign for the month of March at the beginning of today's show. And so if you don't know what your sidereal sign is, I have a free chart calculator at astrologicaltarot.com. The link is in the description. You just click on that and it's by ascendant, moon, and sun. So that should help you with some of the eclipse energies coming and everything else. And I give you guys some mantras as well. Now, know that the eclipse is at 6:37 Eastern tomorrow morning. So one of the best things that you can do during an eclipse is you can do a mantra or something to do with your spiritual practice. And it can be, depending on your devotion, 100 or 1,000 times like full. Like it's so much more powerful when you do it during eclipses. It also creates a shield around your astral body. Okay, so especially if you have any planets in sidereal Leo or Aquarius, you're going to be more affected by this. Okay, so it's important to do what you can to stay as grounded as possible. So I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, and I just want to say thank you to all in the audience for joining us, and we're sending you all up. Take care, and I'll see you next week where I will have Helen Irish Granny on. Take care, everyone. Sending love.
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom